Hello. I dropped it. I'm gonna put it in the ashtray. My baby food. Part of my supper. I drink my supper. That's part of it. I'm starting to eat solid food some. I try to chew this side of my mouth or this side of my mouth. Just gotta chew the center teeth. I got caries on both sides and teeth broken on both sides. And I don't get stuck in between the tooth. It's not broken and the tooth that got part of it broken off. And it really hurts the jaws. And it's really hard to get out even with flossing toothbrush. I clean my teeth a lot. A lot. I do a lot of dental hygiene, oral hygiene. It's 2025. I've been shooting methamphetamine intravenously since 2005. And I still got all but 4 of my teeth. All but 4. All but 4. I've only lost 4 teeth my entire life. Well, I've been a meth junkie for 20 years. Hey. I'm Timberly Riddick and Heisenberg Evans. I'm gonna start going to public. A very attention-seeking dot on my forehead. That's my price tag. I'm going in public like this. If I see somebody staring at my dot, I'm like, what? You wanna fuck or something? That's my price tag. What? Everything in the store got a price tag. I need a price tag too. I'm a $10 hood. Just for conversation's sake. Right? Hi. What? I'm gonna hang out. $10. You want to hear a passage from the Google Bible, a book I wrote. As my bookmarker, I have my subspace theory, which is 16 pages of the most advanced scientific theory to ever be written on Earth by a human. Okay, so like, there's this like totally made up bullshit fictional show called Star Trek, and in that show, they've got this like really bad science, and they've got all these really advanced weird theories. You're like, sort of, almost kind of try to explain the feasibility of it. Of course, it's not all in one piece. It's like little sections, like in conversation about the creator of the warp drive, and like back in the early days of warp drive, the first ship. Any and all science to do with like subspace or like any of the energy particles like tachyons and gravitons, protons, scions, magnetons, Miss Warriors. Hey, Miss Warrior is a it's a Hebrew word. Hebrew, not Jewish. Hebrew. Misorian is Hebrew. It sort of like describes what the mitochondria is, sort of, in a different way. The mitochondria in the cell is a powerhouse for the cell. It's an organic manifestation of an energy particle. It's a living example of that. energy particle. That's what the mitochondria is for all life. That has cells, I think, have mitochondria in them. Don't they, mostly? Oh, maybe not. I haven't really brushed up on my biology lately. Having said that, well, I'm going to talk about scientific theories and genetics. With the genetics theory, with the giant China, the genetics theory, $10. $10, it cost you that. $10. I'll tell you how to take a. I'm pulling a chromosome out of it. Whole chromosome. A specific chromosome with certain genetic information in it for the. The frontal lobe. That's right. Orangutan the first time. No. Either a dolphin or a whale. Use a dolphin to make it, a Wookiee that's a lot bigger than an orangutan. Or use the whale for a Wookiee that's like King Kong sized. Just the frontal lobe. You want the frontal lobe information. You want the whole chromosome that the frontal lobe is in. The information, the genetic information for the frontal lobe is in one of the chromosomes in its entirety. It's gotta be. They can't break it. It doesn't break it up like that. I mean, it's not like different sections of it are dedicated for different things specifically. That's how that works with your chromosomes. Humans got a set number of chromosomes, and one off from human standard is a Down syndrome person, and they're human. They're a chromosome. Genetically, a person with Down syndrome is still it's a genetic sibling of the Homo sapien. So it's like slightly not Homo sapien genetically, just by the chromosome count standard for humans. They're not that, and chromosomes make a big difference. You want to know how big? Well, a chromosome in the other direction on the chromosome count gets you to be a pig on the ears, bacon sausage. Not supposed to eat them. Specifically, not supposed to eat them. Those things are real emotional, smarter than dogs. You ever see a happy pig, happy and slid out into the field and jump and in midair twist his body? You ever see that shit? You ever see like a 400-pound sow do it? That's fucking cute. It is. We had a sow. Her name was Miss Piggy. We had 2 pigs at first. The first 2 pigs we got on our farm, we bought a farm. I was 5 years old. We had 2 pigs on the farm. We had a boy pig and a girl pig. We named them Mr. Pig and Miss Piggy. Mr. Pig, all we did was fat him up and eat him. And I broke my arm riding that guy. My family laughed at me. That's traumatizing. They laughed at me. I was broken bone on the arm. No. Sorry. Miss Piggy was one of the first 2 pigs we bought, and she was there all the way on that farm. She was there on the farm all the way to the end of the farm, but sadly she passed away. She died in the hog lot, and after Dad left. Mom called Dad to come back over there and haul Miss Piggy out of the hog lot because she told him Miss Piggy died. She was our favorite sow. She was the number one. She was everybody's favorite. She was the family pet. We had a bunch more pigs. And we got more pigs after Miss Piggy. We got a boar and bred Miss Piggy with the boar. And Miss Piggy's pigs from that litter, from where she made it with the boar, we kept all those pigs, every single one of them. And the male pigs got fattened up, slaughtered, and ate by the family. All the female pigs stayed with Mama. And we got a boar, another boar, that bought a baby boar. A feeder pig, a male feeder pig, that wasn't, castrated. And, that run with hogs, and the hogs, and that thing swim across the pond, trying to get a duck. It's cute. This little boy swimming. It's dangerous for pigs to swim because their neck does not recover when they're swimming. Just trying to struggle to swim. They think it's cut their throat. I think cows get dangerous in that too. um. I'm not sure if a gorilla can swim or an orangutan. Can it? Can monkeys swim? Maybe they panic too much to be able to hold their breath and gain buoyancy. Oh, it's a good swimmer. I mean, the first part is just here. It starts out like this. The length of subspace is less than 1 angstrom. How much less depends on a ratio. The angles of intercedence are the variables that are available for the insertion in the equations. Pi happens to be the measurement of many things in subspace geometry. Also, pi is a factor. Subspace is an arrangement of the fundamental energetic building blocks of reality that guides the functions of space-time and drives entropy. All of the gravity in known universe is a force calculable, and in ratio proportion may shed light on the force and power of the one graviton in subspace, just like photons. All the photon energy in the entire universe is calculable, and in ratio proportional, the ratio of all of that, all the photon energy in the universe, is the ratio of that energy to how much the photon in subspace is. And that ratio pi to the 7th power squared. That's the ratio. So that lets you know how strong the one photon in subspace is. And that ratio. Find out how powerful that one photon is in subspace. And that ratio. And figuring out how much gravity there is in the whole universe. And with the ratio, and figure out that part. Higgs boson is the most powerful component of subspace. I just started rambling. I lost the paper. So for light and gravity and the Higgs boson and everything else will relate simply. That will. You got magnetons, tachyons, and scions down there in subspace. There is a scion in subspace. There is. It's a source of prayer energy and spirit energy, demonic energy, heavenly energy, God's force itself, spirit of YAHWEH. The spirits of the dead are made up of scions. Okay. If that helps you. What we think of as the spirits of the dead, what we can access them, whatever shows itself to us by accident or fucking intention. That's all just a bucket your head, all of it, every minute. When you die, your soul goes to heaven. Or it goes to hell. But a copy of your mentality, your knowledge, your personality, your memories, a copy of your psychic energy, information, all that shit. A copy of that gets uploaded into a mainframe, a database. It's a psionic in nature database. It's the psionic universal overmind, or the psychic overmind. Everybody goes into it, a copy of everybody. That's what you contact when you're contacting Ouija boards. When you're using Ouija boards, it seems like you're talking to demons in hell or stuff like that. Really, you're just communicating with a psychic overmind, but in a very... I mean, it can be lightning. But unless you know what you're doing, you're just gonna get crazy, scary shit, or weird shit. Okay? Unless you just know what you're doing. You can use that for like, so many great things. But I get sidetracked on the scientific aspect of it. Today I'm here. Today I'm here to deliver a sermon. A sermon. In my dress. From my sermon from my Google Bible. Hi, I'm Timberly. And I'll be your necromonger priestess today. Giving your mass. Roman Catholic necromonger priestess, okay? Timberly Riddick and Heisenberg Evans. You like it? You like my name? Is it too complicated? Riddick, because Riddick's soul is from another dimension where it wrote by itself in a house and it's complicated. It's crazy to put power in the side in Yahweh. It let me be born within my body at the same time I was born. I've had this Riddick soul in my body my entire life. I've been aware of it. We've been aware of ourselves. Well, not competent and all-knowing. I've always been in the dark about a lot of shit. Self-discovery is the mother. But my memories go back to all the way. My memories go back all the way. What? Well, memories pre-birth don't contain vision. Okay, because your eyes are not really active yet. You don't use them. You just don't use them. You're aware of the universe around you, the world around you. You're aware of yourself, and you know the world around you touches you everywhere at once. So you're as big as the world, and it makes you feel safe. Because you know you came from the world, and you and the world is all there is. That's what you know as a baby, okay? That's all you know. And when the world goes crazy, you get scared. That's all you know. Okay? That's it. And when you come out, it's horrifying. And it's not supposed to be painful. I had the cord wrapped around my neck. And they had to stuff my head back through that little hole 2 more times. There's a sedative natural that your body administers when the baby's head passes through the hole the first time. And as soon as your head exits it, it doesn't really medicate to well. You have to squish the head, put it back in, and then squish the head again and bring it back out. Slightly. It does start to pop out slightly. In that short time it's out, the second it comes out, it's starting to swell back up. It's gotta go through there. This is tight. Oh, it compresses the fucking head. It's a head injury, 2 of them at birth. It hurt. Sorry. It was traumatic, okay? It was scary. It hurt. It did. It really did. No one's ever gonna believe me. Look, when I was 13 months old, they took me from my parents. I remember that shit. I don't remember what was going on. But I remember my family. I knew my brothers and my parents. That was all I knew. My brothers and my parents. Every other random stranger. But my brothers and my parents. And home. And people took me out of my home. A bunch of different people in a row. I was freaking the fuck out because there's so many different people. I didn't know there was that many people or something. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I was moving, and there was a bunch of different people in a row. There was several in a row, not like a crowd, like 20 of them. It was like 5 or 7 different people at least. Several. I don't know exactly. It was. I don't remember anything else about them. Just, there was some people that they were making different sounds, making different sounds than my parents and family made, and I was confused by those sounds, and it scared the shit out of me. That I was struggling. I was almost there. I knew I was almost there. I was close. I was close to talking. I wasn't there yet, but I was close to figuring out what the sounds. I was trying to figure it out. I was close to talking. I was close to figuring out the sounds. And then I was one of those different people I got taken from my family, and it was scary, and there was a bunch of different people, and there was some real people, and it made different kinds of sounds, and I was confused, it freaked me all the way out. I was pissed off and scared, I was terrible. I know I could figure it out, and then it changed, and there's another set of the sounds I gotta figure out, and I knew it was different. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't the same. But like, hey, later on, my mom told me, and I got taken from them and put in a Catholic church, orphanage for a foster for a couple weeks before my dad threw a fit because it was a Catholic church. He's a prejudiced hater. I'm a Catholic. Apparently, I've been a Catholic since I was 13 months old, when I was adopted by the Catholic church temporarily before I went to my aunt. And I think her dog was scary. She had a big, huge dog. So maybe my traumatic issues was from the dog. And maybe I wasn't taken from my home because it's something that might happen to me, but maybe I did something at home when I was 13 months old. I see my brothers like laying on the bed, and yeah, I seen Daddy's penis so much. Dad shot the dog. He was drunk. He shot the dog because the dog bit him because he beat the dog. He beat the dog because he had locked in the room and it messed up the one barrel straw in the room. Like, lock a dog in the room with a barrel straw and not expect it to want to make a bed out of the straw. And then beat the dog for it when it does. You drunk bastard. That's why Mama kicked you out. He came back and raped her and kidnapped me. Raped her or attempted to rape her. Did it in front of me and my brothers. Had Mama down on the kitchen table in the kitchen. I seen it with my eyes. Mike and Ty seen it from the doorway to the living room. And I seen him when I got to that doorway to the living room. And Dad looked behind him and seen him and stopped what he was doing, looked at me, zipped his pants up, and picked me up and threw me over his shoulder and came out of the house, okay? I was like, 8, maybe 7. It's always been a happy life for me. I was in an accident when I was 14, and I was in a coma for 4 days, a traumatic brain injury, a severe closed head wound. Had to go to speech therapy, and I've just swallowed ever since. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I tore a bladder too, so I've been sitting down to pee ever since because it's easier to pee sitting down. Always has been. Sometimes I can't pee standing up. Can't. I have to sit down to pee. Ever since my torn bladder. And I don't know if it was the hospital told me 2 different reasons why my bladder got torn. They told me one reason first, and then changed their mind, I guess, so I wouldn't sue them, and gave me a different reason later. First they said, we put too big of a catheter in you. 14-year-old boy. I don't know, he's skinny. Skinny underweight kid. Smaller man. Skinny. Oh, he's just taller than I but skinny. I mentioned Eisenberg in my name because I'm the best mech cook in this dimension. No, no. Well, I was actually busted for manufacturing methamphetamine. I was a kingpin of sorts in my tiny little area, which was just my house. I was cooking for myself. Now, I did have to get pills from somewhere, so I traded a little bit off for pills sometimes. Bare minimum. And every now and then I saw just a bare minimum, just a little bit, just to have money to buy more ingredients, to cook more. But like, it's a religious magic ceremony. A ceremony of wizardry. Oaths and prayers and curses, along with chemistry. And so, well, if I must get into it, I was manufacturing an idol of Yahweh to worship. But I was going to pray to it as Yahweh. So I wasn't making an idol of a different God than the God in the Bible. I was making an idol to the God in the Bible and worshiping it. But the idol I was making was named after that God, that God's form. And like God is a carbon atom. Yahweh is the carbon atom. We're carbon-based life forms and made up of pieces of Him. The Bible says Yahweh created mankind in His own image, of His own likeness. You know what I'm saying? Mankind's own image and mankind's own likeness, unique above all the animals. Whatever gave us the goal to like drag Yahweh down to our level and try to make Him look like us. You don't decide to just drag Yahweh down to our level and say, oh, man, he's not just like us. You're making Him in your image. That's what you're doing. Saying, oh, man, you're making God in your image. It's not what you're supposed to do. He said mankind was made in His own image. His own image, not God's image. If you read it backwards, of course, the original Hebrew scripture, it can be, translated either way. They add a lot of words in the King James Version, or even the Revelation. They add a lot of shit to Revelation. And you know what? The first one is to change Revelation, Back in the birth of the Catholic Church, Constantine, he took a rap for it. Everybody says he did, made the Catholic Church and conglomerated the religions. The reason they did that, they didn't keep it secret, really. They did it secret for the ages. Magic's real. And the Hebrew faith, those wizards, really did real magic. Yeah, they really did. Like Elijah calling fire down from the sky to like wet shit on fire. Moses casting the plagues on Egypt. He took Jupiter away from them. Jupiter was a lot closer. It was bigger in the sky. They worshipped that motherfucker, and the power of Jupiter. Jupiter really has powers, but like they worshipped it, And Moses moved Jupiter magic. Okay, he did that, and that's a powerful spell. It takes a big expenditure to move a planet like that. It required a hefty sacrifice. And so, what? No, just didn't have to kill anybody. What do you think that everybody's firstborn son was about? That was part of the magic spell. That was a sacrifice, including the spell, to like power the spell. And one way to escape from that being funnel and fuel, one way to escape that fate, of the firstborn of everybody's family dying as Moses' sacrifice to move the planet Jupiter. Some of those plagues were a direct result of that. Like the made the day last really long, or was it nighttime? Make a night last really long, or a day? You made a day last really long time. I'm not sure which one it was. It made the day last The sun's staying in the same place in the sky for like a whole day. You know, I did that. That's what happened when Jupiter was going past Earth. The gravitation slowed Earth's rotation temporarily. Good thing. But it slowed Earth's rotation. We rotated around Jupiter, sort of. And it looked like the sun stood still. And you know, directly on the other side of the world, in the South Americas, there was found ruins where the ancient people at that time, back in Moses' day, they wrote about like the opposite. Like if it was a day, like a super super long day over in Egypt, they're like these people wrote about like a super super long night. What? It's like it's real. It happened on both sides of the world. One side of the world has a super long day. One side of the world has a super long night. It's science, but like it's magic too. Magic is science. You just don't realize it. It's because your science is so commonplace and not really that shocking anymore. Like gunpowder. No, yeah, it's chemistry. But like toss some in fire back in medieval times. Oh, you're a worker of magic. If you're really good at blacksmithing, you can make a little hollow tube and make you a broomstick, baby. Yeah, we got a hollow tube, put some mercury in that motherfucker and seal that motherfucker and get the air out of it somehow. And you got a fucking staff of power, staff with a big old infernal hammer and shatter rocks and shit. Get hot and start fires with it, check temperatures and shit. Pull it on, staff of power, boom, stick. Damn, I'm a wizard. His protection. All the little towns, of course, these guys became legendary after that move. Scared bucker, scared genius. But, like, hey, you use what you got, right? Good old Merlin. Do you know, I don't believe he, he knew magic. He accidentally made a dragon. That's where those legends came from. He accidentally made a flying dragon. He got the, I don't know how. Okay. He, like, cloned, like, a Komodo dragon. Okay. And, when he stuck that fucking genetic information for the Komodo dragon in that blank egg of that Komodo dragon, you know, before you give it the shot to start the life process, you take the chromosome off the biggest species of bat you can find for the wings. Take the chromosome that contains the wing genetic information, but it's gotta be the biggest bat you can find, so the wings will be big. And it'll help the Komodo dragon be bigger. It'll be bigger than the Komodo dragon. You might not want to let that Komodo dragon birth the egg. Somehow try to transfer it into an elephant. Because it'll be a big egg, it'll get big. It's huge. Too big for the Komodo dragon. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, that was if you try to make a wizard dragon, sorry, with the whale DNA. Giant, smart, genius monster. That's how you make the devil itself, the real, like, the dragon in the Bible. Some asshole, I guess, makes it someday. And it has to be thrown in the pit of hell. Hell is just a dimension you can travel to using an interdimensional portal, or a stargate, or a heaven's gate, if you want to call it that. Sorry, it's really sweet. Back before the Dark Ages, back before before, I remember this time. This is where Merlin learned his science of magic. Merlin was part of a secret order within the Roman Catholic Church, an order of necromongers. They weren't always magic. They really, their religion was very simplified. They said, we're going to simplify that whole thing. They say just the 10 Commandments, the Father and the Son, die. You live for the afterlife. Makes us necromongers. Self-flagellation should be done not with whipping oneself, but by shortening one's life. That's the righteous way to self-flagellate. There was 2 schools of thought on this. A lot of the priests wanted to say, no, whipping, that's fine for self-flagellation. Fine, whipping's fine. You're damaging your body, right? You're punishing yourself for your sins. Damaging your body is kind of like death. You damage your body enough, you die. So, damaging your body a little bit with the whip, that's good enough for self-flagellation. You don't actually have to go and, make yourself really bad somehow to punish yourself for your sins. That's going too far. We want you to live a long time. We're trying to figure out ways to make you live longer. It's called sorcery, technically, but we're going to change that someday. Someday, we're just going to call it magic potions sorcery. And, history shows a record, it happened. They were smart back then. But, that order had to go underground because people hated them. They tried to hunt them down as heretics. That was a lot of what that was about, is finding real Hebrew believers. They really killed a lot of Jews and Hebrews during the Inquisition and hunt for heretics and shit. All the historical persecution by the Roman Catholic Church, killing people for their religion. Anything new? Every invention ever, science, every fucking advancement mankind's ever made, every fucking great idea, it all came from heaven. Inspirations from heavenly hosts, angels or messengers from YAHWEH, or people that are in heaven, just bored with whatever the fuck, and just gonna come back in time and inspire some people, or try to. It's all hard work using your psychic mind to try to psychically inform a human that can't see you about some good ideas. But let me not talk to him. Yeah, that's a conundrum. Yeah, we are humankind, humankind. We are the densest creatures, the most hardest to reach. We are so stupid, so silly. That's why the Bible compares us to lambs so much. Lambs are dumb. They get themselves in all kinds of traps. Watch a lamb and go rescue his ass sometimes. They kept the shepherds busy following O's and getting stuck in places and doing dumb shit. Yeah. Hello. So, Google Bible, The Religious Future and Reality. It's available on Amazon Kindle, plus 12 more books I wrote, available in ebook format only. All my ebooks are $1, except this one's $5. No, they're all $1. Even this one. Okay, page 157. Lesbian orgy. Yeah, it's in the Bible. I think it's funny when people who speak English try to tell me about anything about God. First of all, okay, God, the actual God is named God. Now, the creator of the universe, his name is YAHWEH, but there's a God named God up there. It really is. I get distracted. The God named God gets chanted to using its name only, or most often during when people are having sex. It's the only time that God gets his name chanted. Oh God, oh God, oh God. They're chanting God's name. God. God's name is God. But like, the creator of the universe, his name is not God. It's Yahweh. Two different beings. They're both up in heaven. One's the all-powerful creator of the universe. The other one's just a God of hope. You hope he's got your back and you got it all right. You hope that told him the real thing, the wrong name. It's just okay. Not really, but why? You got a Messiah for forgiveness. Ten Commandments, though. You can prove you're Messiah, that you're his. All you gotta do is, start obeying, a Ten Commandments or whatever. Try. Obey faith without works is dead. You gotta stay home on the Sabbath days once to prove to yourself that you're fucking dedicated to Yahweh. Or else, in your heart, it hadn't proved it to yourself, and you might not be. Think about that. You want some assurity of the believer? Start doing the Ten Commandments or pay attention to not breaking them or whatever, but without bragging about it and being self-righteous and look, I'm older than that. I do the Ten Commandments. Yeah. And the neck on my face. The whole Bible is really good advice. But the only thing that really matters, the most important thing in there, is the Ten Commandments. It really don't matter. You got the Messiah for forgiveness, but they don't mean you don't try. Okay? But the God gets chanted to using its name most often during sex practices. Therefore, for humanity, or America at least, when they get to the other side, they find out that specific God is actually a sex God. Yeah. And his kids ruin everything forever. And his kid's the only producer for babies. For mankind's forward march into eternity. Because mankind keeps going. It's just, God's a sex God, baby. And his son rules the all. Okay? And it's the only dude allowed to fuck anything up there. Okay? It's the only dude allowed. Yeah, it is. Yep. And, when you get to heaven, if you're a man, he, divinely transfigures you into a female, whether you want to or not. Even if you're homophobic. So he has to get rid of all the men, so he has no competition. He's the ruler. He's not allowed to fuck anybody. He's gonna fuck you. Oh yeah, Jesus loves you. He's gonna fuck you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love that godly dick in you. You will. Even if you're a guy. Homophobic. What? What do you think that bride of Christ was about? Huh? The bride of Christ. Everybody in heaven is Christ's bride. He fucks them. As if he's married to them. He's married to everybody. Everybody gets to be the bride of Christ. Not just girls get in, but girls and guys. They all get transfigured into females. And they're his spouses. And heaven for us humans is being fucked by that God. And heaven for God is just fuck all these different humans. So it's a win-win situation. There's no competition, and it's cool. We'll live forever, right? So, it's plenty of time to wait in line, or be a lesbian with the other females. Right? Well, if you don't want to fuck Jesus, you can be, you don't want Jesus to fuck you can be a lesbian. That's allowed. Yeah, that's allowed. It's heaven, ain't it? No adultery. We're all brides of Christ. So we're fucking around with each other. It's not adultery. Right? Yeah. Okay, so. What? You expect them to go through life a virgin and perfect? And pick on them all the time through and in that way? And not make everybody his bitch when you get to the afterlife? Huh? You expect God to do that? What kind of a weak God do you envision rules heaven? Oh, seriously. He's like the all-powerful master of disaster. He will wreck you. He can make your heaven or hell if you want. You want to go to hell, he can put you in it. He can ask people to hell. He can make your life a hell. He can make you fucking weird shit happen to your brain. You want to go, live your life over again. And then, like, when you get to realize, when you get close to the end of it, because you wouldn't live your life over again, when you get close to the end of it, you start realizing that there's really truth about the afterlife. And you realize, it's scary. Well, it's a dream. It's a dream. It's just 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 a dream I had. I had a dream. I had a dream. I used to put my dad's gun in my mouth. You know, every time I would, put it in my mouth, be like ready to pull the trigger, I could really ask myself, do I want to live? Do I want to die bad enough to die? Because I didn't know. And I felt like putting the gun in my mouth would give me an answer. Just kind of, I want to dare myself to pull the trigger and wish I could and couldn't. It made me like embarrassed and hate myself for it. I took a picture with that. Anyway. I remember doing it. I did it. I put the gun in my mouth. I did. I sat down at the table and put my dad's gun in my mouth when my dad was, for certain, going to die in the hospital and not come home, period. Well, Katrina was at her dad's house and Gail was up there with Dad at the hospital. And I took where did I call home? My truck home. I thought I went home. I was home alone. I put the gun in my mouth. I didn't pull the trigger. They said I accidentally pulled the trigger. They said accidentally. Well, it was an accident. It's gonna blew my fucking brain out. It was an accident. Did you go? I got split second. Look at that. There's a. No, it's just a dream. It's just. It's just a dream. It was just a dream. It's just a dream. It was just a dream nightmare. Dream nightmare. It had to be a dream nightmare. It had to be a dream nightmare. And then it had to be a dream nightmare. But like in that dream nightmare, I had a conversation with somebody who looked kind of like, exactly like a friend of mine who passed away. You ever had a dead friend show up to you in a dream and have a really long, possibly long conversation that gave you like writing assignments and like advancements in science that like no one has ever thought of before, and that like it was new information to you. You ever get a science theory in your dream that's like groundbreaking and fantastic? Man, this is weird. So, everything about the question, one mineral. A guy in jail once told me he honestly thought heaven was an eternal lesbian orgy. Because, like, to him, it just sounds heavenly. Lesbians having an orgy. I like to watch it eternally. That's heavenly. So, it was this kind of sick joke. Hey, heaven's really gay. Heaven's really a lesbian orgy. Well, I read a book, Google Bible, it explains how that joke is real. Heaven is an eternal lesbian orgy. It is. He was spot on. And you know what else? Since throughout history, men want to be dicks and rule everything from the beginning of time till the end in the afterlife. If they don't deserve their eternal hellfire, if they're not going to hell, if they're not going to hell, if men go to heaven, the ones that don't go to hell, they should get punished just for being men. Just because they're men. And men are in control more often in this reality, this whole planet, the whole time. Men were in control most of the time. And just because of that, all men have to go do a redo. But hey, guess what? You don't have to do it as a guy. You have to do it as a girl. Now, they'll give you an option. You want to remember that or not? That you're a man. You remember your life? Do you want to remember your life? Not when you're a little kid, you won't. You'll realize you're different. Anyway. They have to live their life again. As if they were the opposite expression of DNA. They have to go through Earth again as a female. Love your brother as yourself because we all share the same fate. And your brothers are just girls that ain't been born yet. Because that when they die, they come back to me as a girl. Right? And women, you know, the final copy, not the word death, thank you. They've already been born through their male life. All women were a male in another reality. And this is a punishment for being dickhead males in that reality. Sorry, women. Everybody's punished on Earth. Earth is hell. It's all hell. Earth is hell. So in the afterlife, we get to go to heaven. Okay? Earth is the only hell you get. So, like, you know, it's gotta be some kind of hell. But, you know, some good points in it, too. You know, you got chocolate. You got cuddles. You got KY jelly. Sorry. Dildos, lots of dildos. I make dildos, things, contraptions that pad up and like watch a rubber on. Anyway. And you know, when your male self gets to the afterlife, it gets to meet and spend time with its female self from the future. Because, like, that male, your male body, if you're a male, you get to heaven. You can spend some time in heaven, yeah. But you get to go redo your life again at some point as a girl. Now, when you come back from that, you'll be the girl you. And you'll meet the guy you want to fuck him up. So, like, you know, the two different versions of you get to spend a lot of time together in the afterlife, much as you want. In between, like, having to go, you know, become one from the other, you know. But, like, the two different versions from the two different segments of your experiential timeline, you know, for your soul, those two different parts of you get to hang out in one place with each other. Oh, yeah. You love yourself. You do. You love yourself so much. Yeah. Why don't you go fuck yourself? You'll love it. Yeah. Both of you will. And, oh yeah. Jesus loves you. He loves you so much. Oh. He just loves to love you. He loves to fuck you. Look forward to being fucked by Jesus in heaven, do you? If you don't, there's something wrong with you and you don't love Jesus. What? Starting in love with destroying for their homosexuality. They were destroyed for their wickedness. Their leaders were fucking wicked. They passed laws saying that everybody had to know everybody. They were very kind and loving people. All of them. Very kind, very loving, very law-abiding, good people. These their leaders made bad laws. The prophet came in and told them to change their bad laws or else you'd all get destroyed in heaven at once. Children too. But we'll let you righteous people want to let it say go. Just the righteous ones. Let's y'all gotta stay here and go. Y'all go to heaven. Party down. Yep. First time they sent people in there, you know, we got the high priest of YAHWEH over in Jerusalem or Salem at the time, King Melchizedek. They sent people in there. I think they killed them or something, but like Lot was amongst the people that went in to war in the city. And he got kept captive by the king of Sodom. And King Melchizedek and Abraham had to bail out, had to go buy Lot back with a bunch of bread and shit. Right? It was apparently before they were destroyed. So like, he went back to those cities. Probably on business from Melchizedek. For YAHWEH. The Bible says, you know, tell righteous people to get out and destroy the city. They had a chance and they said no. You know, Nineveh went to see the prophet, and that prophet, Jonas, he went to the leaders, and the leaders changed their laws, made the people change their ways, whatever the fuck was wrong with them. This is what it was, against the Ten Commandments, hardcore. It made people, like, break the Ten Commandments somehow. You know? Governments know how to pass laws to make humans like the think can't do it. Heaven will fucking send somebody to that nation to make them change. Or to try to convince them to change. And, you know, they change, they change. If they don't, go to heaven. Red pillar. It's fire. It's the only way to get out of this world, really, to get to heaven. To get out of the matrix, you gotta die. All the way out is to die. Or build a contraption from within where you can escape it. But I mean, come on. You need my science theory to do that shit. Yeah, so like, the leaders were passing laws in Sodom and Gomorrah, telling everybody, you have to know everybody. Everybody has to know everybody. And there was a lot of people that just weren't down with that. You know what I'm saying? There were people that don't get me wrong, they can still be full of wickedness, they're just not down with that. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff, different folks. Not everybody's all sexual all the time. You know, some people had too much of it by force, and you're like, hey, I'm sick of it, damn it. I'm sorry. What else can I be doing here? Heaven became hell, blame Dante. Oh, yeah. I think that was it. Okay, so the Messiah in the afterlife rules heaven forever and ever, and he saves everybody from hell. So everybody's like, you know, there, and all males are asked, or usually tricked into being turned into female because, you know, God's really a sex god, and his life when his son has male genitals and is allowed to make babies, and every human that ever lives is in heaven in his harem of eternal beautiful concubines. And heaven, for us as being fucked by that godly thing, females have it easier in the afterlife because they're already females and have to be turned into males. Males have to go through a really painful process for the removal and replacement of their sexual organs and the transformation of all the body cells. But everything is DNA and then get growing in everybody if it's expressed. Painful. Oh, men are gonna be in pain. Oh, you men, you assholes, you deserve to be in this pain. You deserve to be scared about it. It's not like a penis. Oh, sorry. Yeah. The Messiah uses a Jedi-like force to move you to the gender forward. A transformation box for your punishment for sexual sins. They will be replayed rapidly. Equally. It's okay. You have your penis your whole life. Enjoy it while you have it. Life is brief. You're better off without it there anyway. If you keep it there, you have to go back in time and, you know, we wouldn't be able to stay like in the future on heaven. You have to like go back in time or Earth time, back in the, you know, before mankind was on Earth. As a heavenly host, you have to go back to before mankind existed on Earth. And you have to start mankind on Earth by fucking something that looks like a monkey. That's how mankind was created. The heavenly host went back in time and bought something that looked like a monkey. And like, seriously, those animals, that offspring, that offspring, they were still animals. They didn't have like technology and knowledge and language or anything. Still animals, but like, hey, they. Language of the caveman was a primitive tongue. Those first peoples didn't really have like competently minded parents. Mankind just lived animalistic and primal. Those beings from mankind's history who were at the stage of primal living. They knew there were some things you couldn't eat. They knew this. They knew it. They didn't know there was much things you could eat. They didn't know that. You want to know how they told the difference between something that was edible and something that was not edible? Do you know how they knew what to eat and what not to eat? Back then, the first offspring from where the heavenly host went back in time, but like. You know how they learned what to eat and what not to eat? And like, all the stuff that they used to communicate with each other. How do I learn that shit? Huh? The forest told them, you idiot. The woods in the universe told them. Because heaven controls that. So does the devil. The devil's the prince of power of the air. Why does everybody blame God every time something goes wrong? The devil runs your shit, okay? God built it and set up the rules for it. And he set things in motion and gave mankind's free will. And said, oh, I can touch it, so it's done. I love those people. I'll just send them dreams and inspirations and writing, tell them the Ten Commandments. And they'll stop. He knows they're going to get overcomplicated. They can be too out of nothing. Or you get to, well, if you want to go fuck monkeys, you can go back to between the time of Adam and Noah and mate with females. If you're a man and you're an Adam and you want to keep your dick, you don't want to be transferred and grow up with Jesus, you do have the option. It's heaven. But it'll send you out of time to feel like a past of Earth. You know, you either go primal ages and fuck monkeys, or you can come to like between Adam and Noah, and fuck human women and make Nephilim babies. Nephilim are out there. I really are. They're gonna come back. They're gonna show up in a spaceship. And we are superior to you in genetics and ability to be afraid. We rule what we want. We just don't want to do your bullshit. Get away from our ships. We are the devil. And they'll leave. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They'll show up and they'll broadcast on every fucking channel that they can, which is every channel we got. At the same time, you're gonna give us a warning. You're gonna leave. It's gonna be them show up in drastic manner and take over all like electronics. And with a speaker, it's gonna pump out their fucking scare everybody. It seems to freak everybody out. What they're doing is they're attacking our cyber infrastructure with viruses. Yes, the aliens, which are like the offspring from breedings of the heavenly host of mankind. Those individuals, they're not really hosts. They're just prideful, what we assume they are. They run the cities back then. You know what I'm saying? They built the pyramids. They told regular people who weren't them, I'm not saying that they made mankind because they wanted the credit for it. They really were not real, no, weren't team players. They didn't get no honesty going. If we were real evil, mankind's sickness multiplied on the earth. Noah was perfect in his generations, meaning his genetics. Means his family line was tainted with Nephilim blood. Okay? That's why Noah's family was saved and the rest of them had died. So everybody was contaminated with their genetics, had mingled fucking Nephilim blood in it. You know? There was a resurgence of Nephilim and Nephilim offspring later. But the Bible doesn't identify it as such. It doesn't identify it as such. It's just a couple of silver coins and a silver dollar, and like a silver earring, like a small silver necklace, and a silver. One of those little pins, got the back on it. You poke it through and put the back on it. One of those things. Like that something pretty deodorant. It's silver. Oh God. Oh my God. Yes, true. Did I mention that when you go to heaven, if something hits you really hard while you're there, like a bullet, your skin has been made impenetrable. You kind of got doing like the powers of Superman. I don't quite know about the bashing speaking train type thing, but like Spider-Man, Superman should probably at least be able to, you know what I'm saying, run. I'm saying like a. Shit, help. Started to like get loopy. I think I started there was no other thing I fall asleep, don't I fall asleep. Oh, fucking shit. My fucking mom. Fucking shit on it, but the lighter there. Where's the fucking lighter? God damn it, fuck. Help. 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 Motherfuckers. Yeah. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Help! Give me. Oh shit. Oh, fucking shit. No. No. Oh. Nah. Hadi ba? Motherfucker. Turning my losing shit. What the fucking phone? Take it back on my eyes. Where's the lighter? Damn it. Fuck. Motherfuckers. God damn it. No. Fuck. Motherfucker. Oh, shit. Fuck. Damn it. Motherfucker. God damn it. Fuck. Shit. God damn fuck. Mother... Shit, God damn it. Fuck. Why the fuck did he disappear? Why the fuck did he disappear? Why the fuck did he disappear? Why the fuck? Why the fuck? Why the fuck? Why the fuck did I disappear? How did I disappear? I'm sorry. Thank you. Sorry. I thought I stopped recording. Shit. Here, put this over here. This is a picture better. Give it away. I kind of want what time is it? What was it? I kind of want to sneak it somewhere and put it on someone's porch. But, I can do that tomorrow. How did you, hey. Yeah, find something to use a fucking table stand or something. Fuck. Yeah. No, I need a cigarette. Shit, there's a big ass fucking glare on me. Let's try this. This is done. Let's try this. hello. Um, I'm Timberly. I really am Timberly. Like, I really am. I really am. Don't just ignore that this thing here exists. Just ignore that exists. That's gonna get surgically altered. I'm Timberly. And things are gonna be real someday. They're just, this is the pattern ball. Pattern ball. I like my cute ball. I don't know, weird ball. I just think it's cool. I'm not wearing it. And nobody sees me ever. They just seen it once. And Heather and Timmy have seen me once. Today. They just seen it a while back. So I explain science, then I explain religion, and I explain myself, and I explain my mental illness, and I explain my demon possessions from a little bit my butcher ways. I judge my demon possession. I am demon possessed. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not scary or dangerous. It's not like I'm gonna hurt people or nothing. I just, speak with words of demons. Sometimes. You know. It is what it is. It just sounds absurd that, I've been arguing that, like, hey, demon possession is okay. It's allowed because it's freedom. I'm talking about demon possessed. You want to be demon possessed? Let me show you how. I have a good theory on how you can be possessed by the demon legion. The legion demon, the one that was cast out of the fucking guy that was cut himself in the cave. Multiple personality demon. Demon with multiple personalities. That demon was a human with multiple personalities. And I guess, like, when he gets to heaven, he signed up to be the demon. The cunning demon. Or the multitude demon. Everybody with multiple personalities can legitimately fill the role as the demon legion. They get to take turns. All of the unfortunate individuals throughout human history that, the world, seen fit through a fucked up, now intentional series of events to make them that way. They just really are, and I love who they are. I love who I am. All of the multiple people to me, I love myself. I do. I'm not suicidal, I'm not dangerous myself, I don't hurt myself. I want to do drugs. And it's just fucked up. I say, they shorten your life, and the wages in his death, and that makes it righteous. I just fucking be offensive. Dog with heads. He's like, it's true. Bible says that shit. Bible says that shit. So, like, Bible talks against sorcery. But, like, sorcery is extending your life with science. Medical technology is sorcery. They want me to have a pacemaker. That's sorcery. Extend my life. I don't like do that. I don't like do that. I don't have blood transfusion. Hospital, maybe I work against my will to have a choice. Evansville Hospital. And, Livingston Hospital sent me to Evansville Hospital because I thought Evansville Hospital, would do a more complicated surgery. And Evansville Hospital said, no, we don't need that complicated surgery. You don't need that complicated surgery. You just do the one, should just done this, what we're doing here, back in Livingston. Can I zoom over that? traumatized me. Yeah, hush. Really traumatized me. You're mean. They hurt my leg. You grabbed it and jerked on it. They're like, oh, don't touch my leg. Let me move it. They're like, you do it yourself. Like, yeah, but no, man, you're supposed to treat me like dignity, not hurt me more trying to treat me. Work with me, not to move it. Let me work with you. You're not like unconscious. Fucking asshole. So revealing. Nothing better than my bibs. Hold on. Hold on, man, darling. Hey, this thing. When there's batteries in it. When there's batteries in it, puppy. This little brush spins so good. Spins like this. And you can put like Vaseline on it. You can put that on like the most sensitive spot you can put in your penis. And sorry. Flashbacks. Sorry, I didn't mean to think about it. Didn't mean to think about it. You can't open it. But the brain makes, certain memories I feel them like it's experiencing again. It's the bad thing about PTSD, but it's also a good thing about it. I guess it can be. It's like, I guess PTSD gets so bad, where like everything triggers happiness, sadness, and triggers some type of PTSD response from my past. Like, the bitch that fucking raped me and then tortured me afterwards because I'm a faggot. Like, I have a flashback of that bitch specifically, and I like sitting on. The movie's over. Get my butt. Sorry. Like a flea or something. I save everything. I save everything. I do. I save it all. I save this too. I save my butthole. You ever save your butthole like a regular razor blade and you save your face with? I save mine without looking at it. I save it by feel. In the shower. What's up? The 5-blade razor. One swipe and get all there. Thank you. That just sources an area that will, I don't want to cut that. You ever damage that? You ever cut that or let it go off from like diarrhea or something? Or like, oh god, I actually grabbed like some like Clorox wipes in the bathroom, or like some of the packages I would read the package. And oh my god, I get burns. Again. dildo, here's cleanup, and here's the lotion. It's scented like milk. Fuck yourself with milk. And a bottle of perfume. Still got perfume in it. They seal the cap. About the cap. Okay, so when I fuck myself, I come out of my dick without touching my dick. It takes like a little while. I make movies when I fuck myself. Sometimes I make movies about talking and acting and conversating. It's like pathetic, sad, exterior, fucked up porno. Means right. It's like 45 minutes of talking. There's 45 minutes of sex. And there's like 45 minutes of me talking. And I'm naked the whole time. So, 2 hours and 15 minutes of me naked. Talking. Explaining everything. Myself. Sexuality. Things of that nature. In this video, let me explain myself. Like nature and universal religion. So, I'm gonna find a way to get my boys to the drive. So that they fuck you, I hope. Get off me. Go away. My name is Commodore. Sorry. I love dicks. Why do you want to be something to dicks? You know? And you know, speaking of dicks, you know, when I was in prison, people used to call you a dick sucker. It's an insult. And I heard that. They said something to me. And I'm not sure what they were talking about. But like, isn't the word dick sucker? Well, hold up, man. You say that like it's a bad thing. Okay? I happen to know a lot of dick suckers. I love dick suckers. I love all dick suckers. Okay? I love dick suckers. I love getting my dick sucked. Okay? Dick sucker's a good name. Why you gotta say dick sucker and if it's a bad name? I suck dick. You trying to tell me I'm a bad person for sucking dick? I mean, I bring a lot of happiness to people when I, you know, by sucking dick. You know, once in a lifetime, make the whole when I was in prison, I thought it was my duty, you know, to be the best prison system there was, you know, and, you know, I really thought like the prison system, I thought like our function, like how we help like the prison society, like we eliminate sexual tension, so that last motherfuckers have to get raped. That's why there's, don't you have to hear something? I was in the KSR, like the correctional psychiatric treatment unit, the mental unit for like if you're in prison and trying to kill yourself and shit. I see you kids. That's a lockdown unit. The CBT is. And when I was in there, when I first went to prison, I was 19. classification center, and they asked me a question on intake that said, you think the other time I got a guy asking me questions, and the question was, are you gonna hurt yourself or someone else? And I was scared. This guy's right over me. So I was just like, yeah. Yes, I am. I'm the biggest motherfucker. And I'm gonna either kill him or he's gonna kill me. Or make him kill me. I'm scared to be in here. I can't handle it. I'm gonna make him kill me. I'm scared to tell you that. Of course, I was 19 years old, couldn't grow facial hair. I wasn't even skinny, and I was gay. I've been gay ever since I was a little kid. Thank you. And I know, I heard rumors about shit happening to people in there. I just knew someone was gonna make me a bitch. I was gonna get raped in prison. And I'd rather die than get raped. I'm just gonna catch somebody and make them kill me. I ain't putting up with getting raped. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. They sent me straight to KSR and put me in CPTU, which is a correctional psychiatric treatment unit. And when they take you in there, they put you in a little concrete cell, with a concrete bed, and a concrete table, and a little concrete stool, and a stainless steel toilet bowl. Look at corners on them concrete fixtures. I could have killed myself by winging my noggin and hitting that top temple on a hard concrete corner. In that cell. I could have done that, you know. I had that thought when I was in there for like 9 months straight. After I cut myself 785 times on my second prison trip. I ended up serving out with CPTU, and I stayed there so long. I didn't want to get out. But fuck me on the yard. They fucking harassing me because I was sleeping. I was getting in trouble for sleeping. And I was getting in trouble for sleeping and not showing up for what I was in trouble for. Like, I got consequences because I was in trouble. And I didn't show up for my consequences because I was sleeping. They did in the morning. Court call early in the morning. Consequences early in the morning. Motherfucker, I take Seroquel and Trazodone at nighttime for bedtime meds. I don't want to get up in the morning. You're not going to make me. Fuck you, this is prison. I'm here to do time. Let me fucking sleep. My wife said, oh, a couple times over this tip. I just kept like going on about like, well, I can do up because you didn't show up at court call. Like, you're not getting the message. I take Seroquel and Trazodone. You can't fucking fuck with me about sleeping, god damn it. They want me to do extra duty. Then you do extra duty, you show up the first time. Didn't even bother. Fuck it, extra duty. I'm sleeping, what are you doing? Lock me up, putting me in a hole? I finally need some sleep. But they fucking, yeah, they came to lock me up in the hole. And they left me in my room and they said, what are they going to do? Oh, let me go down to the office and grab the green bags to pack up your shit in. Okay? I'm upstairs. Like, 2/3 of the way down the walk or some shit upstairs. Or like 3/4 of the way down the walk or something upstairs. Okay? Just gotta walk. Just big, fat, slow. Lazy CO. He's got to. He got all the other walking downstairs. Go in the office. Get in his fucking locked locker. And get some green bags out. You gotta lock the locker. Lock his office to come back upstairs. On me. During that time he was gone, I broke my razor blade down and I cut my body 785 times. I did as fast as I could and did it real shallow with like a razor blade on like a big razor. Like I left most of the plastic on it. I just like exposed like the end corner of like the end of the blade, you know, just like that, the end like little bit, so I could just like. I want back. I want not really cut too deep, you know. I strike my arms, strike my legs, I strike my torso. I was cut everywhere except my face and my backside. I was cutting the backside of my arms, front side of my arms, backside of my legs, front side of my legs. I was covered. All my limbs and torso was covered. It wasn't hardly, there wasn't no room left to cut myself anymore. A lot of them cuts were like really fucking close together, like ding, 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 ding. They put me in a 2 week, 2 weeks, they put me on a 5-minute watch. I'm like, come on, look at you every 5 minutes. They let you in there. You don't get no clothes. You don't get a bed. You should get a paper gown. And then after like some years later, they started giving you this like a safety blanket because you can't bend or nothing. That's all you get. You get a turtle suit. You get like a blanket made out of that fucking material. But you can't. You don't. Can't. All you can do is like roll it up around you like a roll up carpet, like a fucking like a burrito. You roll yourself up like a burrito. Call it a burrito blanket. It's like a really thick, really well sewn blanket. It was really hard to like tie the knots. So you couldn't hurt yourself with it. They left me in that fucking 5-minute watch, and they come out and make a noise every 5 minutes when they check on you. You got this metal object that cuts to a metal contact outside the door, and that reads that that employee has been at that door to check that cell. Because they got state inmates in this facility working inmate state jobs, doing a 5-minute and 15-minute watch checks at KSR. Now, these guys are just lazy inmates walking around touching a piece of metal to a door. For the patient inside there, those motherfuckers aren't mental health professionals. They got no business being part of my mental health care. Okay? They're criminals. That should be illegal. They should do their fucking jobs and not make us do their jobs. Especially when it comes to a hospital setting for mental health. You need professionals, not just some asshole from the street that's in prison walking around touching the thing. And you know what? Those fuckers touch that fucking metal contact, that device, that metal contact really fucking loud every fucking 5 minutes. Wakes me up, disturbs my sleep. It's a fucking like a sleep deprivation tactic and sleeping to you. Why would they do that? Why? She seems like, no. If you get sleep, you need a better mental health. You can get it out of here. What? I'm gonna snap, keep getting up and thing. Counterproductive. Oh well. I was in there for that 9 months, the last 9 months, the lockdown, when I served out in 2009. Fucking shit. They used to come by at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Every night. Every fucking night. Every night. Leave me alone. Good friend. You know, if I didn't have my multiple personalities, we'd have been insane in there. We really would have. Yeah, lost my cigarette. I'm smoking tobacco and the devil's lettuce. I'm the devil. It's my lettuce. It's not even real marijuana. Harsh on the lungs. Part of that government conspiracy to kill off the drug addicts with bad health by making the good drugs illegal, and then like making like some substitutes that sort of simulate the drugs are back, but are like worse for your health. That's what they're doing. They made marijuana illegal in Kentucky for all these years, and then they legalized something to simulate it that's worse for your fucking health. They're doing it wrong. They're legalizing it in an evil, discriminatory way. It's persecution of drug addicts. Stop that shit. It's wrong, morally wrong. The fuck. It's even like more obviously morally wrong than like, you know, my case of religious persecution where I was manufacturing an idol to worship as part of my religion at a, you know, they want to say, well, you can't do that if the idol is meth. Whatever you say about your religion, that don't apply because meth is illegal. No, my freedom of religion is what's legal. You can't make my freedom of religion illegal. by taking my religious material away from me, by making it illegal and punishing me for it with prison. No. 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 Listen, the church authority on earth is Latin. The Catholic Church is the authority for church on earth. They speak Latin. Okay? Yahweh, true form is the goddamn carbon atom. Their language calls it math. Okay? Mankind made that drug. It never died. It makes you stay awake, extended periods of time. Yes, it damages you a little bit. Shortens your life by 20 years, maybe. But like, there's nothing wrong with staying awake for extended periods of time. Being an eternal watcher, waiting for the Messiah, because he said he's coming back. Watch for him. Okay? Now look. A lot of tweakers, I know, real spiritual people, you know what I'm saying? They get like, they got profound things to say about like, you know, staying awake for days and days and days. They just rot your mind and make you go insane. They don't just all go insane. It's like a couple of bad individuals that give everybody else a bad name. It does change your mentality. And you can classify that as insanity if you want. Some people it causes mass psychosis in. A lot of that shit is from like the bath sauce and fentanyl shit they cut it with. Okay? That and bad ways of making it. Inferior methods using inferior ingredients. Better ingredients, better pieces. Think of it that way. Alright? I come up with a recipe. It's like based off of like the anti-recipe and the dope on the recipe. So it involves both of them. You take sort of like modify the dope on the rope recipe when you like grow it in fish tank for like 30 days. You take that recipe kind of and you gotta modify it kind of heavily. Make some of your own ingredients for it, right? And like don't hang strings, plug that shit. And when you pull it up, you got a bunch of fucking Sudafed, basically Sudafed substitute, I call it. Take that Sudafed, run it through an anti-batch. Wet stir it, don't dry stir it. I know dry stir is quicker, but doing all this takes 2 weeks to make the gun blue. Takes 30 days to make the fucking Sudafed. Yeah, takes like 2 days to cook it, and like 4 days just like let it set in the fucking eater after you smoke it off. Yeah, I gotta let it digest. The chemical process of digestion is where like you get particles precipitated in solution and you let them sit in the solution and they dissolve and resolve and build like the little isolated particles that aren't real big crystals. Those crystals just dissolve and that reform on the bigger crystals, making like the whole thing bigger, cleaner, denser, cleaner crystals. Yep, that's how you do it right now. You just smoke one that crystals on it eventually. It's like sit in the bag for a while. And after you get out of the bag, you let it sit in the fucking filter for 72 hours. Okay? And then you can do it. And then you can do it. Okay? Only then. You're looking at like fucking 7, 8 weeks. 9 weeks. 7 or 8 weeks. Something like that. Let's put some patience in a batch. I ain't done it in years. I quit cooking a long time ago. I'm not busted. I quit cooking. I went to prison for my religion, and my public defender wouldn't even try to argue my religion in court. She said, "No, that's psychotic. That's not even rehab." She like judged me and discriminated against me. Wouldn't do her job as she's supposed to do her job as my legal representation on my case in court. She's supposed to use my defense, but she was like, "No, you can't do that defense." Oh God, why don't listen to her? Insomnia. I have insomnia. Insomniac. Waiting for my attack. I want a snack. And when I'm gonna cuddle and some putty for the and some money for the puddle, I want to build homeless houses and give them away to homeless people to save their day. I'm a necromonger. I'm a monk. I'm a priest. scientist. I'm a witch, wizard, and a priest. A wizard is a scientist. A witch is just somebody who's mentally different. Or psychic. I have psychic ability. A tiny little bit, very blatant, very subtle. It's there. It's there. I have it. I do. I really do. It's not real useful. I can't like solve crimes with it. You can't see your immediate future. I can see like, I get like glimpses of like visions of the future. Sometimes. On occasion, when I'm sleeping, I'm like lost in the daydream. In the shower. I wonder if it has something to do with the water, or just like something to do with like, you know, biologically that I'm soothed in there because of the water. Maybe that helps facilitate that function, because like I've had more like shit come to me when I was in the shower than what I have asleep. But like, I don't know, bathrooms are a place of inspiration. I think like sitting with your butt over a toilet bowl of water, it like opens your rear end up to the waters below the waters. And it helps you get psychic information. I mean, the fucked up theory, right? Right? Water helps with matters and things in different life. Seriously. If you put a person below some water and you hold them there, they will go to the afterlife. They will. They'll go. It's real. It really is there. They'll really be there. They'll really go. But like, you know, they have to go through the water gateway. Or something else that kills them. The wages of sin is death. And drugs shorten your life. They kill you a little early. And by shortening your life on purpose, you're taking that wages of sin as punishment for your sins. Self-sacrifice. Well, I get you there. Just like sacrificing another guy. Well, his sacrifice really wouldn't get you there. But like, you know, you can be a dumb human and try. You get forgiveness for that. Drugs are righteous. They shorten your life, and the wages of sin is death. That makes them righteous, bro. She taught me I to get to heaven. Join me, Lucifer. She angel of light, bring her a Pandora's box. As I party righteously with drugs to connect my mind to the psychic all mind in many different ways and spectrums as I can all at once. To write phenomenal stuff and make good videos and scare the fuck out of people. Just because I've been scared by people my entire life, and you know, it's time to flip the script. Sorry, this is an asshole thing to say. No, I got a mission. I got an assignment. If I don't do it, it's my soul. Fuck yeah, I'll go to hell. I'll die right away. If I stop this shit, something will happen to me, I'll die. If I stop making books, videos, all that shit, something bad will happen to me, and I'll pass away because I stopped and gave up on my mission. I can't stop. Like, reality will kill me somehow. It's part of the curse. And start all this shit. And I gotta, I can keep going until it plays out to the end. I'm not quite sure exactly what that is. I've been shown a lot of different possibilities, but so many that I can't really know for sure. That way I'm always guessing, that way I'm still surprised. Cause like, you know, I have all the answers, but like, you gotta be surprised, it's one of the rules. You gotta be surprised when you get there. It's not as bad as you think. Knowing it's a blessing. Death is a blessing. Seriously. Death is a blessing. Seriously, death is a blessing, but that don't mean you should kill people. Life is a blessing. It's just hard to see. Hi. Fucking fan. Get that. Oh, the man over here. Fan. Get fan. Get fan. You know, wind. You wind. My lighter, y'all. Oh, that comes the lighter. Damn it. Hey. Are you too serious? Kind of stir the bowl. It burnt a little path. Straight from the top, the center of the bowl, straight to the little intake pipe. To that, those pipe. Yeah, I was trying to get any smoke off of it. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh. I lost one of my most prized possessions not too long ago, over the last 6 or 8, 9 months. It's these nunchucks I made with hickory handles off of a sledgehammer, 14-inch long hickory handles, and it had a 7-inch chain connected. A 7-inch fucking a toe chain, sort of. I mean, a skinny toe chain. Yep. Oh, and some ice screws. And some fucking ice screws that were like 5 inches long. Or 6 inches long. Yeah, fucking eye bolts. 6 inches long, like, this is like 1/4 inch diameter eye bolts. Sunk all the way in them. Yeah, I thought it was a good job that I got them in there real straight and you can go outside with it, you know. But the things were fucking in there, hardcore. Those fucking nunchucks were sturdy as fuck. You support the weight of a couple of people with those fucking things. They're in there. I love those nunchucks. Those are the ones that were best using. I had the most impressive tricks with those nunchucks. How about that? I want to make a nice sin nunchucks. These are handles. I don't know, wrenches. Wrenches. Chainsaw too. I got a welder. I can weld some wrenches and some chains. I only hit myself in the head One time with nunchucks. One time. One time only have I ever hit myself in the head with my nunchucks. One time. And it was with a set of nunchucks that I made with fucking big old long, like 1 inch fucking open end, closed end wrenches. Okay, I used the wrenches, long ass fucking open end, closed end, one inch size wrenches, two of them. And I chained them together with this little chain. It was a cute little chain. Sturdy as fuck, but just little skinny little square chain. You know, links were put together funny. And it curved through. It had holes in it. And you curved it through, and it had holes in it, and you curved through and oh, yeah. Okay, that got it. Sorry. I feel like I have liquid leaking down my throat all the time. I feel like I got some liquid leaking down my throat right here. In this spot. If I push it right here, it'll I move it out of there. I move it out of there. And get the congestion out. It's a struggle to get it out. At least you got out of breath. Ew. 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 Sorry. It's disgusting, I know.